KPRC2 News begins right now with breaking news.
Yeah, breaking this morning, tragedy at the Travis Scott Astroworld Festival. At least 8 people we know were killed at last night's concert.
It seemed like it happened with just over the course of just a few minutes. Suddenly we had several people down on the ground experience some type of cardiac arrest.
And police say tonight's concert has been canceled. I want to welcome you to our Saturday morning edition. We've got that breaking news to get to right away.
Yeah, we'll have the forecast for you in just a moment. But first, we want to tell you about this deadly night at rapper Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival.
Police say that at least 8 people were killed at the packed concert at Energy Park and hundreds of others injured. And HPD has set up a command post for information on any missing persons at the Wyndham Hotel near Kirby and 610. We have team coverage on this story this morning. Let's begin with our newest reporter, Rilwan Balagan, who is live at Energy Park with more details on what happened. Rilwan, what can you tell us?
Good morning. It's a tragic situation here. 8 people confirmed dead. 17 people were taken to the hospital. Of those, 11 were treated for some sort of cardiac arrest. Now, here's what we know at this point. Over 50,000 people were in attendance for Astroworld. Houston Fire Chief Stampede says around 9:15, the crowd, quote, compressed towards the front of the stage. The fire department had over 55 units responding to the scene on top of the crews already at the events. And HPD Chief Troy Finner said there were more than 300 officers at the events, in addition to 200 security officers. Finner says there was a good security plan in place. Now, as the investigation gets underway, Pena says officers are heading to the hospital to identify victims.
What we ask the community right now is that if your family member was at this event and you have not spoken to your family member, we have a reunification center that's going to be open at 8686 Kirby. That's the Wyndham Houston Hotel. 8686 Kirby. It's Kirby at 610. We will have Houston Police Department, Houston Fire Department, medical examiner personnel there to assist in providing information and filtering information of those patients that were transported to the hospitals. So if you, again, if your relative, family member was at this event and you have not spoken to that individual, please, you can go to 8686 Kirby. That is the reunification center. We will have units there available to assist in providing that information.
Now, Chief Finner says he is working closely with NRG and concert promoter Live Nation to get any and all available video to just kind of get a better idea exactly what went wrong. Reporting live from NRG Park, Rilwan Balagan, KPRC 2 News.
All right, well, Rilwan, thank you for the latest there. HPD does have a command post for information on those missing persons. Again, that is at the Wyndham Hotel.
And that's where Kathy Hernandez is set up right now, nearby Kirby at the 610 Loop. Kathy has more details on what families need to know right now. Good morning, Kathy.
Well, good morning to you. As you just heard, families who have not heard from their loved ones and they were here at the Astroworld Festival can come here to the Wyndham Hotel. This is on Kirby along the South Loop. As we just heard as well, the Houston Police Department, the Houston Fire Department, and also personnel from the Medical Examiner's Office, they are all here and assisting families of those people who have been transported to the hospital and have not yet heard from them. We talked to multiple officials earlier this morning, and this is what Alina Hidalgo had to say.
They're working to identify all the victims, but what has been made clear, the folks that were transported, some as young as 10. And so really tonight is about that, is about connecting families.
That's right. That is the plan now. They have multiple agencies here helping families of those who were here at the Astroworld Festival. If you have not heard from your loved one and they had come to the Astroworld Festival, just come here to 8686 Kirby Drive. This is here at the Wyndham Hotel, and of course you'll get the information that you need, and they will connect you with your loved ones. Reporting live near NRG, Kathy Hernandez, KPRC 2 News.
All right, Kathy, also, in addition to that, if you are searching for your loved ones and you need to make a phone call right this moment, we do have the number for you from the Houston Office of Emergency Management. We'll get that number up on the screen for you, but if you want to write it down right now with a pen and paper, 832-393-2991 or 832-393-2990. Again, if you're trying to get in touch with your loved ones, there's the information right on your screen, and you haven't been able to contact them. That is the biggest thing right now, especially trying to identify some of the victims and get in touch with your family. So if you are thinking, what can I do at this moment? You're just waking up. These are the numbers that you can call right here on your screen. We'll keep putting them up as the show goes on this morning.
Yeah. Parents have to be very concerned right about now if they haven't heard from their kids at this point. It's certainly a challenging time when kids are going to a concert, hoping to have a good time and help raise money. At least that was the purpose of this concert in the first place. So those being injured, as we've been talking about, have been rushed to several hospitals throughout the area.
And our Sabira Rayford is joining us live now at the Texas Medical Center with the details on that. Good morning, Sabira.
Good morning, Sophia and Cambrell. It's obviously a very traumatic day for many and a devastating day. As Cambrell mentioned, many people heading out to Astro Festival for a good time. We are out here at Ben Taub Hospital, a level 1 trauma center in the Texas Medical Center, where we now know that 8 people are confirmed dead and hundreds are injured. And as we've heard, it started around 9:15 last night when festival goers began to push towards the stage. Now, by 9:30, first responders began transporting people to the hospital. An officer at the event recalls events unfolding quickly. He said suddenly there were several people who went into cardiac arrest.
After that time, we transported 17 patients to the hospital. 12 of those patients were transported by Houston Fire Department ambulances. 5 were transported by Harris County Emergency Services. 11 of those that were transported were in cardiac arrest. Okay, we won't know the cause of death of the 8 that are confirmed until the medical examiner has completed his investigation.
Now, what's even more devastating is this was an event for all ages. We're told the youngest person treated 10 years old. Overall, 300 people were treated throughout the night. We're reporting live outside of Ben Taub Hospital. Sabira Rayford, KPRC 2 News.
All right, Sabira, thank you. Again, Houston Police say as command post for information on missing persons at Astroworld has been set up at 8686 Kirby. That's Kirby at the 610 Loop. That's the Wyndham Hotel. If you need information on a loved one that has not been located, please head to that address. The Houston office
morning. Now, hundreds of police officers and firefighters were already at the events, working in the events. Then this whole situation unfolded, and a lot more were called. You can take a look directly in front of, through the fence here, that all of the Ferris wheels lights are still on here as the investigation begins into what happened here at NRG Park. Now, 50,000 people were in attendance for Travis Scott's Astroworld. Now, Fire Chief Stampede says shortly after 9:15, the crowd, quotes, compressed towards the front of the stage, leading to panic, quotes, fallouts, and resulting in some concert goers to become unconscious. HPD Chief Troy Finner is working closely with NRG and concert promoter Live Nation to try and get any and all footage, video footage here, to try and better understand just what unfolded last night.
My job as a chief of police is to make sure that we find out what happened. We will treat it as an investigation because we don't know I have investigators out here on the scene. I'm sending investigators to the to the hospitals, because we just don't know. And we will find out. So pray for these families. I think that that's very important. Everybody in our city pray for these families. And we're going to get through it. But we're going to do an investigation and find out, because it's not fair to the producers, to anybody else involved, until we determine what happened, what caused the surge. We don't know, but we will find out. And is there anything criminal? We've heard rumors of people injecting some people of drugs. So I want to check all that out. We'll open up for questions.
And Chief Finner there says that they will make sure to get any footage of all of this events that you're taking a look at NRG Park here. Try to better understand just what unfolded. Now, as the investigation gets underway, day 2 of Astroworld is canceled. Reporting live from NRG Park, Roman Belogan, KPRC 2 News.
Roman, thank you.